Morning. What's up, everybody? Aaron Nagler here, Cheesehead TV. In the land of construction, you're going to hear a lot of construction sounds outside. There is nowhere in this apartment that I can go where we won't hear hammering, sawing, yelling, whatever. So just going to have to deal with it. Sorry, guys. Good morning. Chris Dorsey, let's go. Get this coffee in me. Football, yes. Pettine has experience getting to Brady. Amar, a very astute point. One of Mike Pettine's finest moments in the league was as defensive coordinator of the Jets when they went into Foxborough and pulled off a shocker of an upset. They had a great game plan against Brady in that game. Now, obviously, that was a long time ago. Very different player, very different schemes. But, yeah, Pettine, throughout his career, really has drawn up some really good game plans. It hasn't always won the game, but he's done a good job of disguise, throwing different looks and different coverages at Brady. And you got to think it's going to be more of that on Sunday. There's nothing he hasn't seen. There's nothing he can't try to take advantage of. And that's why, as I say in the title of this video, you got to hit him. You got to hit him quick. You got to hit him up the middle. Middle pressure is really kryptonite for any quarterback, but especially Tom. Gets him off the spot. It's the one thing that you've really kind of seen throughout his career where he just doesn't handle it very well. And again, that's most quarterbacks, but it is the one really effective way of disrupting his game, because otherwise he's going to pick you apart. That's what he does. Remember when Desmond Bishop leveled Brady like a freight train? Michael, is one of my favorite plays ever. On that cross dog blitz, Brady never saw him coming, and he absolutely lit him up. That was the Foxborough game that Matt Flynn started. I love that play. There's a great shot of it too on the broadcast. On a replay, they show, the sky cam has a fantastic shot of Bishop just flying around into I think it's the B gap, and just absolutely. I mean, Brady never saw it coming. That was until the last second when he kind of curls away from it. But I love that play. My dude, good to see you every morning. Tony, my dude, right back at you, buddy. Moving a little slow this morning, as you may have been able to tell. But it's so depressing when you wake up and all you hear is we gotta move the things over, we gotta move the things. Really? That's at 7 a.m. William, we need to know how to tackle this week. I will pass that note along, 1265 Lombardi. Perhaps when I speak to Coach later today, I'll let him know. Nags, do you have a favorite fall beer, or do you just kind of have your favorites that you drink whenever? Thanks. Evan, yeah, no, I don't do much seasonally, including drink beer. I drink whatever beer whenever. I don't really match it with the seasons. But, if October comes along, Oktoberfests get released, I'll sample some Oktoberfests. I really like Langenkuhl's Oktoberfest. It's I won't say hard, but it's rare when you find it here in New York. But that's a seasonal beer that I like. Can you ask Coach if they intend on using a silent count? Steven, Aaron Rodgers talked about that, and I think Bakhtiari did as well yesterday. Mentioned that they're preparing for both. Because, Tampa is allowing fans. It's the first time this year that the Packers will play in front of a somewhat significant crowd. Obviously, it won't be a packed stadium. We'll find out how loud it is, but they are preparing to go. According to Bakhtiari, they are preparing both, their regular menu and then going on silent. What's the potential of Aaron Jones' twin brother at linebacker? Just curious, don't know much about the man. Jim, he's a thumper. He's a guy, he's physical. We'll see. I know they brought him in for a workout. As I said on Twitter, it is kind of funny that he was on Twitter, I think it had to be last year because that was when Matt's first year in Green Bay. And they were on, I think it was a national game. Might have been I don't think it was a primetime game. I think it was a late afternoon game. But the Packers, I think, went 3-and-out. And Alvin tweeted out, Packers offense so predictable. And at that point, it kind of was. But I do wonder if that tweet came up in the chat that they had with him yesterday. Trash Panda, what a name. Thanks to the super chat. Slow down, Evans, and the rest will fall into place. I mean, that's easier said than done. they've got speed to burn at wide receiver too. So you get ready you got to guard against the top being taken off. And I know there's some people who will question Tom's ability to get it down the field in an explosive manner. But I think he's got all the arm strength that he needs to make it happen, unlike Drew Brees. Tom's arm seems fine. Nathan, thanks for the super chat. Sucks King may not play. One of the only guys in the league that could stop Evans in the red zone. You should ask LaFleur if he's a pumpkin spice guy. I really don't utilize my media availability time for questions of that nature, but maybe we'll see what kind of mood he's in. It is kind of funny how Matt gets I don't know if you guys have noticed, but he gets so zoned in on these media sessions, stone face, hi Sarah, okay, yeah, ready to go, and he's all business and blah blah blah. And I can get it's his gig, it's his job, and that's what he's supposed to do. But that's just not him. He's just not how he is as a human. So it's just weird to kind of see. As far as Evans being stopped in the red zone, Kevin's got those long arms. No doubt, if he is unable to play, he will be missed, especially in that regard. But it's going to take numbers, regardless. I don't think Kevin be manning up all by himself there in the red zone. I think they'll have to roll coverage to him as much as you can in the red zone. I'll tell you what, it was a sneaky concern. If you're talking about the Buccaneers, is Cameron Brate. They lost O.J. Howard, and obviously a lot being made about Godwin coming back. But Cameron Brate could do some damage, I think. We need a Tom Crabtree visit during watch party. Jeezy Baby 43. That is a really good idea. I'll have to talk to Tom about it. Patrick, thank you for the super chat. Do you think EQ game going to be on the 53 this week? Going to be on the 53 this week? I doubt it. We'll see. As I've said, they have until Saturday if they want to make that move for this week. So I think they'll take every single moment that they can before they make a determination. I'll be surprised if either he or Kamal Martin are out there, but you never know. Nags, if Sean Menenga and Matt LaFleur somehow had a child, would its first words be yeah, no, and stuff? You guys kill me. It's good to get used to the stadium in Tampa. We will be back there later in the season. Go Pack Go from Austria. Stefan, I like where your head's at. I'm liking it. Alex, thanks for the super chat. Considering how well the Bucs defend the run and they want to be super aggressive, can you see the quick pass working more than usual? I do think this is a game where you kind of have to pass to set up the run. Now, they have been outstanding against the run for something like, 18 games or whatever. They haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher. They've kept teams under 60 yards rushing this year. That's pretty damn impressive. However, they did lose Vita Vea in that Bears game, and he is a big component of all of that happening. So, yeah, I do think they'll be tough to run against. I do think they'll have to pass to open up the run, so to speak. If I know LaFleur, though, he's going to be a bit stubborn about trying to get that running game going. I think we can expect some running, headlong into a wall for some of that stuff, for some of the game, early on especially. I think Matt inherited some of that from Mike, that stoic Bill Belichick persona, but neither one of them are really like that. Yeah, it's funny. There's oftentimes I hear Matt answering things, and I think of McCarthy talking about being boring by design, because you don't want to create anything. Your job is to, answer those questions, but not create storylines, not create news stories, not create narratives. And because of that, you get really boring answers, really. And I said this on Twitter yesterday, and it wasn't actually even in response or as a reaction to LaFleur. Just, I was literally walking down the street and I read a really kind of innocuous quote from Ron Rivera. He was talking about Daniel Jones, the quarterback for the New York Giants, who has not played well. I think it's okay to say he hasn't played well. But there's Rivera saying, if you watch that game, he played, much better than you would. Just one time, I'd love a coach to go, yeah, that guy's really struggling. Oh, yeah, man, we're not scared of this guy. No, and, we don't fear anybody, especially not this dude. Just once. Can we get the unvarnished truth out of a coach at a press conference? I know it'll never happen. I know it's by design. I know why it happens, and I know why it'll never happen. But just once, just one time. God, it'd be so awesome. I mean, basically, I miss Buddy Ryan, I think is what I'm saying here. Who gets the 2 open spots on the 53, in your opinion? I think they're probably going to save him for Kamal Martin and EQ. We'll see. Alex, thanks for the super chat. Great. Can't wait for the 4th and 1 draw. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Kenny, Preston Smith has been very quiet with his pressures on the quarterback. Thoughts on Preston Smith? I know a lot of people have been talking about how much, quote unquote, he's been dropping into coverage, but if you look at the numbers, it's not that different than last year. I think last year he started out with his hair on fire the first kind of 8 games, and then he kind of leveled off. He had some choice moments there in the second half of the season, but that first 8 games was really what kind of set you on edge, so to speak, thinking, wow, this tandem is amazing. It's not that he hasn't been effective at times this year. He's just not winning his one-on-ones in obvious passing situations. I do think you're going to see more Gary than Preston as the year goes on. Now we'll see how Gary's able to bounce back from that ankle injury. He has been practicing. He should be playing on Sunday. But it's good to have guys that you can bring in and out. But I do think it's almost time. It's probably almost time for that switch to happen. I think Preston is playing fine football in every other aspect. He's not winning his one-on-ones, and that's got to change. It's pretty simple. Will talking football with Andy Herman back on Monday? I miss it already. Yes, Justin, it will. I was actually going to do it earlier this week, and then life and work just kind of got away from me, but like a bye-week edition. But we'll definitely be back Monday after the game. Tyler, that's amazing. Wide receivers, QB geezers, Bob McGinn believers. I don't care. Packers are dropping 30 on Tampa. Book it. I love it. Dustin will cry tears of joy for an A.J. Dillon screenplay call. Man, ooh, baby. Get those thighs in the open field, baby. I love this idea. I am all in on that. Trash Panda, watch out for Tyler Johnson. That kid can play. Yes, very much agreed. Trash? Can I call you trash? Feels weird. Do you think the Falcons got COVID from Green Bay? I mean, maybe in the area. Who knows? Incubation time being what it is, though, you would have thought that stuff would have come out probably a little sooner if it was from Green Bay. They were in Green Bay, what? Now, a week plus? Incubation period is roughly 5-6 days, so would have thought that it would have showed up a little sooner, but yeah, is it a possibility? Yeah, of course. And they stay in hotels, right? I mean, who knows where they got it from? I'm sure the NFL's really robust contact tracing will, but I'm kidding. No, they won't probably figure out where it came from. Brian, thank you for the super chat. Straight up, going to crush beers starting 3:25 Eastern Sunday. That's awesome. I'm on board with this plan. I am all in. Let's do it. And then join us for the Cheesehead TV pregame show. Hey, promotion in motion, baby. You like that segue? What's up? Joey, can you speak about your SoundCloud hit Moves Like Nagler? Well, let me tell you there, Joey. I love how you and Big Beatus have gone down every rabbit hole concerning Cheesehead TV or Corey or myself. That is from okay. The original audio is Aaron Rodgers talking about me on Tuesdays with Aaron when he used to do the weekly show with Jason Wilde way back in the day. Because I had submitted a question about The Princess Bride to try and lighten the mood, have some fun, and he chided me for it. And so that was, cut and out there somewhere on the internet. I think we put it on Cheesehead TV. And then a fan in London took that audio and set it to the song Moves Like Jagger and created Moves Like Nagler. Hence, it was born. God help us all. JD Ram, any player or position that you would trade for or like to upgrade on the team? Not really. You guys know me. I'm Norman Dale, man. I'm sitting out there in front of the stands of fans, and they're cheering for Jimmy, and Jimmy's not on the team, and I'm pointing to my team going, this is your team. I like the team they got. I think they got everything they need. Now, does that mean Brian won't make some moves? No. I mean, he very well could, but there's nobody that really jumps out in no position that I think, other than defensive tackle, which is something I've talked about a lot. They clearly tried with Snacks. It didn't work. But I don't see them going and giving up assets for a guy. Now, maybe they do. If there's someone that really tickles their fancy or thinks they can help. They've gotten real lucky as a franchise a couple of times, both with Grady Jackson and Howard Green falling into their laps as guys who were cut and on waivers, and that they landed. Does third time a charm? Maybe does it happen again? I doubt it. Most teams aren't going to let big able bodies go in the middle of the season, but you never know. But yeah, trading for somebody, especially now that it's going to take a really long time to get a guy in the building, 6 days at least, just because of COVID protocols. I said at the start of the week, if they're going to make a move, they got to start making the phone calls now, because it's going to take some time to get a guy in and get him up to speed. Oh, Big B, where can I find your Christmas song? I thought you found it last night. You found my Christmas song. There may be an acoustic version coming this holiday season. Be on the lookout for that. If King is out, who do you feel gives us an opportunity to step up for? Oh, Dan, I fully expect it'll be Josh Jackson. I had a little clip up from Transplants last night where I gave Josh a little pep talk. I know there are people who are really down on him for various reasons. I think it's going to be, as they say in Apollo 13, I think it's going to be our finest moment. I think Josh is going to rise to the occasion. Now, is he going to play lights out football? Is he going to be Revis Island 2.0? Of course not. He's going to get beat at times. This is a very talented team he's going against and a set of really talented wide receivers. But I do think down in and down out, he's going to win more often than he does. And I can't wait to watch it. Trash, thanks for the super chat. You can call me Trash, TP, or even Treasured Cat. I love it. I love it. Do you think they have a playoff bubble? Man, I tell you what, it's certainly leaning that way, right? I dug what Amy Trask was laying down in her athletic piece the other day regarding Los Angeles and bubbling up there. But yeah, I mean, the more we see these little brush fires, so to speak, of COVID pop up around the league with different teams, the realer that possibility gets, I think, which sucks so much because the one year the Packers were really good. They could probably get the first seed, maybe have home field advantage, and then they don't even get to play on their home field. It would suck so much. They couldn't beat Foles. They have a huge problem with penalties. And the only thing working is Ronald Jones. Well, Santiago, I think, they couldn't beat Foles, quote unquote. Yeah, I mean, Foles had a couple really bad throws. There's no doubt about it. But, you talk about the only thing working was Jones. They were down a man in the wide receiving group, and that Bears defense is really good. The Bears had something to say about that. The Bears defense is much better than the Packers defense. And that's a harsh reality the Packers fans maybe don't want to, kind of wake up to, but it's true. And that doesn't mean that the Bears are a better team, because I don't think they are. But I do think Brady and company are going to be able to move the ball. I said this on Transplants last night. Just wrap your head around, get ready for a lot of production out of Brady in this passing game. And that's okay, because they're going to have to, because they're going to be trying to keep up with the Packers offense. Hi from the Czech Republic. What's up, Philip? How are you? I hope you listened to me on the Czech Republic Slavic podcast yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Bubble in Green Bay. Yeah, that ain't happening. The bars in Wisconsin are open with full capacity. What are your thoughts on that? It's the least surprising thing in the world. Those are my thoughts. There you go. Stefan, thanks for the super chat. Matt LaFleur in the Coach of the Year conversation. Go Pack Go from Austria. 100% he is in that conversation. No question about it. And people will find ways to ding him, and they'll talk about how he has Aaron Rodgers and blah, blah, blah. He is 100% in that conversation. No question about it. Shout out from Oxford, England. Go Pack Go. What's up, Kevin? How are you? Thank you so much for joining us. Hello from New York. Oh, Trash. Thanks for the super chat. Have you seen Lipscomb's take? Tried saying that 3 times fast. Intriguing skill set. I have not. Maybe I should make some time. Hi from Costa Rica. Go Pack Go. What's up? Going to hot in Tampa. Wonder if Green Bay worries about the heat. Bucks, yeah, they will talk about it. They've been cranking the heat up in the Hudson Center. There's only so much you can do about it, though. You know, both teams got to play in it. Obviously, they don't live in it. They're going to go down. They'll get acclimated quickly, and then they'll play a football game. And not much more you can do. All right, guys, I got to get going. Can't thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers with me. Please hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, check out Transplants. We had a lot of fun last night. If you missed it, it's up here on the YouTube and Facebook pages. If you'd love to, maybe help support Cheesehead TV, please go to our Patreon page and consider giving us $5 a month. Patreon.com/CheeseheadTV. It helps support everything we do. Packer Transplants, 5+ hours of live streaming each and every game day, including this Sunday. We'll go live probably a half hour before kickoff, and we'll go through the game into the post game. It's going to be a lot of fun. Check it out. And if you can't support on Patreon, totally understand. Just hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Cheesehead TV. We are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day. Go Pack Go.